Has there been any standout fantasy series for you? I'll tell you the one that I enjoyed the most so far. It is probably Clevatess. I don't know. Is this a guilty pleasure? Or is this like genuinely like good? I really like it though. It is a dark fantasy. There are some moments in it where I'm like, damn, this is going hard. There are 2 shows this season that I think crosses the line. Like it literally tightropes the line between edgy and not edgy. And there are 2 shows this season that I think embody that. And one of them is Clevatess, and the other one is Gachiakuta, which is, there are some aspects on this where people can watch and they're like, that's a little bit edgy. Angie Shonen Boy does, gets Angie and tries to take revenge over the people who murdered his father. Okay, that's a little bit edgy, but I feel like the execution of both of these shows, it straddles the line, but it doesn't fully cross the line, in my opinion, of being fully edgy, and it is just either really fun or really metal, which I think is a better way to describe the vibe of some of these shows. Like Clevatess, damn. God damn it, it's brutal, man. It is goddamn. There are some fucking brutal scenes in the show, not just in violence form, but some of the story arcs and some of the storylines are just, holy shit, it's brutal. But like the art style, it looks like your typical isekai fantasy art style. So you're like, okay, it's one of those typical isekai fantasy shows. But no, I do genuinely think that it is a tier above what you typically expect of that genre. I think the biggest green flag for any fantasy show in anime form is when you step into a new world. I always appreciate it when it builds its world up without assuming that you're already aware of what the tropes of the isekai fantasy world in anime are. There is like so many shows now. Episode 1 starts and it's kind of like just a speed run, because it just assumes, you've seen a show like this before. We don't need to explain anything. We don't need to put any effort into the world building. It's a typical fantasy show. You know the ropes now. You've seen enough isekai anime. Nowadays, if they spend an episode actually setting up this world and not speedrunning it and letting you spend time within this world, even if some parts of it are reminiscent to other fantasy shows, it always draws me in just to know that, hey, they don't care if this world is similar to other worlds you've seen before. We're still going to put effort into trying to world build it. And episode 1 of Clevatess drew me in with its world. It's not exactly the same as your other typical isekai fantasy shows, but it does like a lot of things differently. But it's still like there are some aspects that are similar, but it still did not assume that you would judge this as just another anime isekai. And I really appreciate that, even though it's not an isekai, sorry, another fantasy anime show. It's great. And it's violent as well. God, the one scene, the main character turns out to be like immortal because she's resurrected. Holy shit, that one scene where she kills herself, jumps off and kills herself, and then has to resurrect, like hearing every single bone heal and go back into place, and just the amount of fucking pain she went through. Oh man, that was fucking brutal as shit, man. The sound design there was insane. The body fixing, I'm like, damn, maybe immortality isn't all it's cracked up to be, huh? God damn.